So we have been working behind the scenes, and we recently put together some birth toolkits for rental that we're going to show you tonight. And Amy and I have made the commitment to donate 25% of the proceeds from our kit rentals to Black-led reproductive justice organizations, Black, Brown, Indigenous, or LGBTQ+ birth workers in need, and other organizations fighting for social justice. We're going to rotate our donation beneficiaries every 5th kit that we rent. And we want to share with you our first beneficiary. And I actually found this through Instagram, and it is the Black Fairy Godmother Foundation. Simone Gordon is the founder of this amazing organization, and she shares immediate needs of women of color with her followers on Instagram who need emergency funds. So I just want to quickly just put a couple examples that I have seen on there, and anything from help with childcare, help with rent because of a fleeing domestic violence issues, or just losing their places due to eviction and everything that kind of goes with that. Stoves that need to be replaced, air conditioners, because of the bad weather. So much, diapers, clothes, so much. And I want to give her Instagram handle, and it's at the Black Fairy Godmother Official. I urge you to check her out. She has a mighty teams of volunteers, and they're doing such fantastic work to help all these in need people of color, Black women, Black families. And I just find it amazing, very tangible, very, seeing pictures and everything like that. It's just, I got really connected to it when I saw it.
Absolutely. Yep. Thank you, Jen, for sharing that, that resource and that organization. Okay, so we want to share our Doula in a Box kits that are now available for rental. And the reason why we decided to put these kits together and make them available to not just our students who take our classes, but the broader Sacramento area community is because of what's going on because of COVID. So there's only one hospital in our area right now that is allowing a second support person in the hospital room to support birthing people. And shout out to UC Davis.
Yes.
So that means—
if I could just interject really fast.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw this in our community setting, is that Kaisers are like not until the beginning of the year that they're even going to maybe consider.
Really?
That's that's what I'm kind of getting the gist that, people are seeing providers and in Kaiser that are have expected due dates around September, and they're just like, don't plan on it. So yeah, just thought I'd stick that little tidbit in there.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I hadn't heard that. And I know that was sort of the projection within our doula community. Most people were like, but until there's a vaccine,
right.
It's just too risky. It's too risky for healthcare professionals. And I get it. I get both sides. I really, really do. Certainly as an immunocompromised person myself, I have to be really careful as well. So
I agree. I'm there.
Right. So what all that means is if a birthing person has a partner and they've also hired a doula, that means they have to choose who comes into the room with them as they're laboring and birthing their baby or babies. And as you can imagine, when a partner is present, or when there is a partner, the partner is usually the one that goes in, right? So we completely understand why. And when a doula is in the picture, all of the doulas I know are stepping up and offering virtual support, but that means that they can't bring their tools into the room, their doula bags. They can't put their hands on their clients and provide physical support. And so, you know, the more and more we were teaching our classes, the more we were realizing that our students aren't going to have access to these tools unless they go out and buy them. And so we decided that this was something that we wanted to put together to offer to our students and people in the community who would like to have hands-on tools. And they're all the typical tools that a doula would bring with them. They're the most common tools that you would see if a doula was present. And we want to make it clear that this is not to replace doula support. Virtual doula support is still support. This is by no means, I mean, we are doula advocates. We're doulas ourselves.
We're doulas.
We know the power of having an advocate by your side, and also through a lens, through a device. We can still do the same advocacy work. The only thing we can't do is lay our hands on our clients. And so these kits can be used on your own, and they can also be used in conjunction with virtual doula support. So we're going to share the tools with you, but just to give an example, there's a massage tool in the box. With your virtual doula on hand, they can direct you to where to apply pressure, how much pressure to apply. So that's just one of the examples of how a virtual doula can support the use of the box. So we love doulas. We are not trying to take the place of doulas. Doulas can coach you while you're using the tools so that you can help the birthing person have the smoothest birth experience possible. We just want to make sure you're equipped with the tools.
Yes. So included with your rental, what are you going to see in this box? Well, before the box, we want to make sure that you can maximize all the contents and know what they're used for and all that kind of great stuff. So we're going to be offering a 1-hour virtual consult with one of us, which will answer questions on the products that are in there, tips on how to use them, and to answer any kind of general labor and birth questions that you may have. So that's an hour consult with one of us. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited. And we're also doing complimentary contact list drop off 2 weeks before your estimated due date. And then we're going to pick up from your home after your baby's born. And so you just stick it on the porch and we'll come by and pick it up from you. So if you think about it, that's about a month window that you're going to have the tools and have use of them. So that's pretty fantastic. Okay, so what's in the box? So first off, I want to show you the actual box itself. So this is the box, and it has our label on it that has our contact information, and it's just a nice cardboard box, no plastic. And so we're going to just start pulling stuff out and let you see it. So first we're going to go with the peanut ball and the canvas bag. So do you have your stuff, or do you want me to hold everything up?
I have it too.
Okay.
We each have a couple of kits so that we can share the work. So we got so excited about putting these kits together that we quickly ran out of space in the boxes.
Yes.
So Jenn found these beautiful canvas bags. We dream someday of a day when we can have our logo printed on the bag for you. But we have a few goodies in the bag that we want to share. So I did not inflate it, so I apologize. An inflated peanut ball to show you, but I do want you to know that there is a peanut ball in the canvas bag along with a pump. And of course you need to have the tool to get the pin out of the ball when you're
Because
ready.
when you lose that, it's really hard to get them out.
Yeah, I've broken many a fingernail trying to do that.
Yes.
The other thing that we have in the canvas bag is a beautiful birth cloth. They're all hand dipped and hand dyed. Oh gosh, and they smell so good. And these were handmade by Tina Lyon, who is with Seasons of Birth. She is a local doula in our area, and she is just wonderful. So we want to tell you all about Tina as well. And I think you have the next item, Jenn.
Okay, so next you're going to see the essential oils that we're going to include in there. So 3 bottles of different essential oils. So peppermint, grapefruit, and lavender. So we'll explain all of this to our rental families, but each one does a different thing. They do multiple things. They are, for some people, only gonna maybe use them during childbirth. So may not be an investment you wanna kind of go into, but super helpful stuff.
And those are pure essential oils. So they are good quality.
Yes, yes.
All right, we also have, I only pulled out 2, and I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see the light flickering here, but we have 12 of these LED tea lights. And these are great for setting up a vibe that is a little less harsh than most hospital lighting. So we wanted to make sure you had plenty of those in the kit to set up the vibe.
And we talked about said, whoops, dropping things, massage tools. So we want to make sure you get this fun guy. So different, using for different pressure points, using it all in one. They have really nice places so you can really get in there with your fingers on the top so they don't slip off, especially because you're going to want to include this wonderful arnica oil, massage oil. It has homeopathic properties to it. So arnica is anti-inflammatory, so it can help with muscle tightness, sore back, sore legs, relaxing, all kinds of really great stuff. So arnica oil and massage tool.
Absolutely. And that arnica is really fast acting. So you put it on and you immediately get relief. It's wonderful. Okay, and we have a personal care bag. So I'm just going to pull a few things out. So sometimes you just want to tune out the environment around you, or if you are earlier in labor and you are getting some rest, you might benefit from a nice silky soft eye mask. So that's beautiful and comfortable, and of course adjustable. And then we have a couple of hair ties, because if you have long hair, that hair is going to be bugging you. And they're nice and soft and kind of fuzzy. So they're not like the typical rubber band hair bands. And then we have 4 of these foam earplugs, and that's, you know, to use in conjunction with or on their own. But partners really need rest in order to take great care of the birthing person during labor and also once baby is here. So there are 2 sets of earplugs for you. And then we have a beeswax honey chapstick. And these are all brand new. So everything except for the eye mask, these are consumable. So we invite you to just keep these. We won't reuse those, of course. The eye mask can be washed and sanitized. But everything else in the bag is yours to keep.
And next we have some honey sticks. I'm not going to take them out of the baggie, but honey sticks are so great in labor. It's just a natural sugar pick-me-up, basically. And so they're super easy. You just put them in your mouth and pop them and then just squeeze them in. So one-handed partners can just stick them in your mouth and you chomp off the end and squeeze them in. So they're really fantastic, easy, quick pick-me-ups. So honey sticks.
Absolutely. Plus, they kind of count as a clear liquid, right?
They do, yes.
So if you're restricted and you just need some calories on board and you're sick of the popsicles and the broth, maybe try a honey stick.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you can't go into a labor room, in my opinion, without some kind of cooling element. I used to bring a hand fan and I got really smart because I got tired. My arm got really tired, and I had a client, shout out to Tamara, I had a client bring one of these and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get that. And I got one and carried it with me wherever I went in my doula bag. So this one is cool because it's rechargeable and it has a clip on it. And so you can hang it wherever you are, or you can use it as a prop. So you don't have to be holding the fan if you don't want to. It also has 3 speed settings on it. So you will be nice and cool with the fan. I kind of feel a little bit like Home Shopping Network.
Yeah, we're the Doula Shopping Network, kind of. Okay, so the next item that we're going to share with you that's in the box may be a little strange to some people, but little combs. So you kind of think of these as the 50s back pocket comb and that kind of a thing. But in childbirth, laboring world, they're actually used for an acupressure point. So they fit in your hand and you kind of clamp down on it and it accesses a acupressure point in your hands, and it is good for I'll just quickly say, I won't go all the way into it, but it's like a gate theory acupressure point that helps with coping.
Absolutely. I've had many a client use those.
Yes.
Just hold them for hours. Okay, so this one we're really excited about. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just flinging things around. No big deal.
So we put together this packet of laminated labor and birth instructional cards. And there are 11 full-size sheets that are double-sided, full color instructional cards. So lots of suggestions for positioning. There's one all on how to use the peanut ball, how to use the birth ball. There's some really good stuff in here. And then Jen, I realized I goofed on my highlighting. Do you want me to share the
Go for it.
Affirmation cards? Okay. So I actually designed these 10 laminated nature-inspired affirmation cards. So for some people, this vibe works for them. For other people, it's not their thing. But if you like a visual motivational tool, affirmation cards are great. We couldn't help but put our 2 mantras. If you want to learn what our 2 mantras are, you can find our old videos, but actually I'll just tell you one because I have it open to it. It's when you move, baby moves. So it's just a reminder, especially for our students who hear that mantra throughout the class, that every time they are moving upright and moving their bodies, then their baby has a chance to move. Other messages are surrender, I can do this, I trust my body and my baby. So these are beautiful. And what's really great, Jen's going to show you something you can use to get your most bang for your buck really out of these cards.
So again, in the spirit of not having to keep your hands full of holding things, we included this little brick of wall mounting putty, so it doesn't do damage to walls like tape or tacks or anything weird like that. So you basically can just pull off a little piece and use it to stick it onto either the wall, the side of the bed, in a whole bunch of different places. If you're backwards on a hospital bed, there's usually a cabinet right there, and you can kind of stick it up on there. So you can use them for the birth affirmations, or partners if you need an instruction card handy so you can kind of help your partner there. Great stuff, and just comes right off. No damage to any surfaces or anything like that, so you can't get in trouble for ruining anything in a hospital room.
Yeah.
We, as Amy said, all of the consumable products are, the hair ties, honey sticks, those kinds of things, of course, are yours. So you don't have to return a chapstick or anything like that if you use it. It's completely yours. Everything else, we're having you go ahead and put it inside of the canvas bag. And so when we pick it up from your porch, we can go ahead and sanitize all the items that were used and make sure that they are all completely clean and ready for the next family. So as you can tell, bottles and everything like that can definitely be wiped down. Amy said the eye mask can be washed. These can be sanitized. The peanut balls can be sanitized. So we're really going to be very vigilant about making sure everything is clean and sanitized for our next families.
Especially now, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, so the financials. So the kit is valued at over $200. Our non-childbirth class participants pay a $200 rental fee, and that fee includes, like Jen was saying, that 1 hour consultation. Those
sorry, my dogs are gonna.
Bailey has some feelings about that. So those who take our class will pay $150. And the cool thing about having taken our class is they will already be familiar with these tools. So they won't even need a consultation. So the $150 level does not include a consultation, but of course will be available for questions if anybody has any. So all rentals require a $75 deposit, which we will refund within 24 hours of picking up the kit. And we are starting with 4 kits. Jen has 2, I have 2. So we don't know how quickly they'll go, but basically you'll email us to reserve a kit and we will block that off. We will block that 4-week window 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after your estimated due date. And that kit is yours. So we will arrange, when to drop off, when to have our consultation, if we're having a consultation with you. So you just have to email us at saccornerstonechildbirth@gmail.com.
Perfect. Sorry about that, y'all. There was a loud boom outside, and my dog does not like that. So you can read more about our Doula in the Box kits on our website. So that's saccornerstonechildbirth.com. And like Amy said, shoot us an email. We have a very convenient little button on there that you could just push and it'll take you right to sending an email to us. And we're just super excited, and we're super excited to get these in the hands of families that they're going to benefit. We're super excited of the donation that's going to come from the rentals of these boxes. So thanks for joining us and sharing this unboxing of all these goodies. Like always, we hope that you are all staying safe and healthy and sane. We want to invite you to watch all of our other recordings, all of our other lives that have tons of information that we have gone over, tips and tricks for trying to have the smoothest labor and birth possible. That's our ultimate goal of all this. Visit us on Facebook, and we are there, and Instagram at Sac Cornerstone Childbirth. We have an IGTV channel on our page, so you can go and get the full length of our videos that we post. We also have a YouTube page, so you can find us there, Sacramento Cornerstone Childbirth. And we're going to be back next week on Tuesday as well. So we'll see you next week, 8:30 p.m. And thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
All right, everybody take care. You too, Jen.
Thanks, you as well.
All right.
See you Saturday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.